Hello again, folks, and welcome back to The Wolf Among Us. I have solved our Spanish glitch. Apparently it's a known glitch with the game. All you had to do was reset the actual sequence. So I've done that, and we're just about to go right back into it now. That was a very strange glitch, I must say, but hey-ho. So, let's try this in English, yes? Let's start from the beginning. God, how about that fight with Bloody Mary? Amazing.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
I'm fine.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
Point
This
made.
gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its mark, and you'll find yourself rolling on the floor in agony, unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die.
Those are all...
Is that reason enough for you?
Those are all very good
Before
reasons.
you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And that's what I want.
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
Oh.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
Haha.
This is just a precaution.
You're
I'm
a
sure you
precaution.
understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that.
What you
All
got...
I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like murder me,
Uh-huh.
you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless. And I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question.
Go on.
What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about protecting Fabletown. And some asshole murders 2 of our people. It's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here?
That was still
You know
Spanish.
who murdered them?
Please don't make this Spanish.
Georgie. He's dead, isn't he?
Maybe.
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't
I
mind.
can't read that.
What do you say?
Bip.
Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers.
I can't read that.
And your punishment will follow.
This is he's got a plan here. But we're doing the right thing by taking him in, right? It's absolutely the right thing to do, right, folks? Which is what we were all questioning at this point, I'm sure. As much as I wanted to hit him, we'll see what happens. Yeah. I would have loved to know what it was saying at the top of the screen in English, But what can you do? Glitches happen, right? At least my choices were English again. I don't speak Spanish, folks. English I do okay with. I'm still kind of reeling from that fight with all the Bloody Marys. That was amazing. Now, clearly the Crooked Man has a plan. I'm excited. I'm interested to see what it is.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Oh, look, it's Bluebeard.
He's back.
Look alive.
Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
There you go. Thank you, Grendel.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
I'm alive?
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Aw. That's sweet of you to say.
About time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing, and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for this.
change anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
No problem, Snow? It's English again.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Yeah.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you
Stop
didn't.
the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
ground.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Very well said, Snow. Very sorry, folks.
This is ridiculous.
I'm just listening the whole time. I don't want to interrupt anybody. This is a
You
crucial
have the
point.
floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit!
truth.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end.
It's still
They do it
bad.
because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Ah!
That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
Come
you were
on.
gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
Absolutely.
And so does the sheriff.
You bet.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
Right? Good guys, right?
You're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Nice. Very, very good. Oh, that's great. Slow clap.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
Come
What
on.
are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
Come
Just
on.
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody?
I was completely
He
fair.
was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
No, no.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
Oh, God, you
won't
son
answer
of a
for your
bitch.
employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will
Don't.
dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
They don't need to be
Who
protected.
will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Hi. Nerissa?
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath? little
What's
one?
she doing here?
Oh, the curse is broken because Vivian...
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up.
Oh, easy.
You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa!
your-
My name is Nerissa.
She's a little mermaid.
It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5
Yes.
other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
There you
Saw
go.
firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy? What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
That seems
How
sensible.
can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
Everybody
listen
calm
up.
down. Come on.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow,
Just do what you think is right.
All right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you say.
Rip his head off. Good
teach him
lord.
a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
We're gonna lock him up. Nobody has to die today.
Everyone,
Not this way.
Go! Whoa! There's no need for this, Mr. Crooked Man. Go. No. Oh!
I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still...
end it already.
I still say we're just gonna lock him up. Nobody. There doesn't have to be any bloodshed.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be
he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
Everybody's mad at me.
All right, do it.
That's the right decision, right? Doesn't have to be any murder. Right? This is justice. We're gonna lock him away. Nobody else gets hurt. It makes perfect sense. Guys, don't be upset with me. It's the right decision. I think it's the right decision anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think we're completely in the right here, folks. I'm fully confident in our decision today. One day later. Good. How you feeling, Bigby? You've been through a lot, my boy. You're looking good, though, I gotta say. Maybe give up smoking, though. Hey, guys. Oh, is that him?
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Work
Squeaky
is
Boys
work,
team?
I guess.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Great.
I mean, as far as the farm goes, like, things are...
This fucking line.
Jack. Tiny Tim. Grendel. Woman I don't know.
Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Thank you. Thank you, dear.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
All right.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Bluebeard. Yeah, Bluebeard still doesn't like me. I imagine a few people don't, but it was the right decision. We know that. Bluebeard's not happy. Grendel's not happy. Holly's not happy, for sure. But they lost people, you know. I don't blame them for being upset, but he's in prison now. He can't hurt anybody. He's a bird. He's in a cage. It's fantastic, really. It's genius. Now, let's go to the... Because, I mean, I was only going to send these guys to the farm because it was dangerous in Fabletown, but with the Crooked Man gone, it's safer now, right? So they shouldn't have to go. Yeah? Right? Really? Is that the truck you have to use? This is not insulting enough.
Jesus.
Hey, guys.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff.
Hello,
Nice
Mr.
fucking day.
Hi, Mr. Toad.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Oh.
How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you.
Come on, Colin.
I'm walking, all right? Calm down.
Hi, Piggy.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby. I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
That's everybody.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mondays seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Why are you doing this to me? Oh, I hate this. Hey, pig. Suppose you hate me too?
I'm sorry, Colin.
Friends?
You got another one of those? How about a smoke for the road? One last time?
You can take the whole
Thanks,
thing.
Bigby.
The whole thing, buddy.
Always a gentleman, aren't you, Bigby? I guess I'll see you around. Stay out of trouble, okay? If you even can.
try.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, folks, I feel so terrible.
Saying goodbye?
Yep. And I feel like garbage. But thank you for, asking. I feel really terrible.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Go on.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
Oh, no.
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after...
You don't lie. It's such a
that
big
night,
decision.
after Faith.
Yeah.
I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Oh, God. What?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah. I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
Oh, Narissa.
So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
That's not true at all.
That's not true.
It is. You've just never seen it before. But now you have. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you.
You think so?
You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
But they're better, Bigby.
Things are always different.
You made things better. Be
Look,
proud.
Bigby, after everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened.
There you go, exactly.
You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing.
Absolutely.
You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I've been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
That's very, very nice of her to say.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
That's a nice thing to say, Bigby, right?
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Go after her? I guess I did not decide in time, is what happened there. That goes against everything, though, right? Oh, okay, I'm going after her. No, I'm not. All right. Well, that's interesting.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Oh, man. That's a hell of a story, folks. My God. That's fantastic. Is there any more to this? I see this video is going on quite a bit longer than I was anticipating. I just couldn't stop. I was so into it. Okay, let's read this then. Oh, folks. I felt like... That's a hard decision. I felt like I should have gone after her, but I was reluctant. And I waited too long, clearly. Oh, man. Let's see. What did you do to Georgie? I guess I did kill him by accident. I brought the Crooked Man back alive. I imprisoned him. Only 47% imprisoned him. Everybody else killed him? Really? That's actually very surprising. I gave TJ's gift. My last words were, I made a lot of mistakes. Okay, so that really wasn't a popular choice. Well, that's interesting, folks. Oh, don't make me go through this again. Come on. Okay, let's see. Beast, you lied to him about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. Beauty, you promised her you wouldn't tell Beast that you saw her outside the apartment. Bluebeard, you fought him after the interrogation. Butcher, you offered him protection at the business office. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You sent Colin to the farm. Rude. Crooked Man, you took him back to the witching well and you imprisoned him. Yes, I did. Faith, you gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. I did, that's true. Auntie Greenleaf, you offered her a job. Grendel, you drank with Grendel after Lily's funeral, though he will not remember that. Holly, you pretended to be a woodsman while she was passed out, yes. Snow, you brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. You promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive, and I did. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. TJ, you accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. And absolutely I will, because I'm a man of my word. All right, folks, well, that's it. That's The Wolf Among Us. That last decision was very difficult. I wanted to go after her, but I waited too long. It was too late, folks. Well, how about that, folks? That was one hell of a game. My God. I'm so excited to see how Fabletown will have changed after that. You know? I'm so excited to see all the changes, hopefully for the good, that happened because of the decisions that I made. I assume all the decisions at the end of that they just showed me are gonna carry on into the season 2. I'm excited. That was fantastic. That was really fantastic. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me. So, what did you guys think? Tell me what you thought of the series. It was really stretched out, but now we've finally completed it. And I tell you, folks, Telltale Games, they make gold. They have such because I'm thinking like The Walking Dead season 1 and 2, both fantastic. This really, really fantastic. It was so good. It was just so interesting and riveting the whole time. Game of Thrones I really enjoyed as well, and Tales from the Borderlands. And like I said, I'm not really a big Borderlands fan, but I really like Tales from the Borderlands. I think it's very good. And they're actually doing a Minecraft one as well called Story Mode, which is very interesting. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Spent my fair amount of time with Minecraft in the past. Yeah. I wonder what else they could do. Oh, look at it. Thanked me again, folks. You are welcome, Telltale. Thank you very much for another fantastic game. Telltale Pets. Aw. One of them said R.I.P. That's sad. That's a lot of... There's an animal named Pickpocket. That's adorable. So apparently they're actually... the actual Fables series, the comic book series, they're actually making a graphic novel. Speaking of which... they're making a graphic novel based on this particular story, which is interesting. I actually might want to pick that up just for funsies. Or I could just watch my own series again, but hey-ho, we'll see what happens. Anyways, folks, well, thank you for sticking with me for this long adventure, this long, fantastic, interesting, really, really good adventure, and this really long video as well. I see it's getting close to about 45 minutes now, so I'm going to end it in just a second. But yeah, that's about it, folks. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on this. It was a fantastic time. Let me know what you thought. And I guess other than that, I'll let you guys go. So, feel free to contact me on my Facebook page. We can discuss the game. We can discuss any of the games that I've played for you. And I'm going to keep going. Again, I got new equipment now, so I'm hoping to do it a lot more... hoping to pump out a lot more videos more often. So, again, thank you very much for joining me, folks, and I will see you guys on the next Let's Play. You take care.